Inktober was the month is not over. The way I saw it was, let me do the prompts. And if I do the prompts before November, I can say that I attempted and that I can try to do things that are outside of my comfort zone. Excuses sounds best to those that say them, but right now it did and didn't work. High key words or just words. So if I want to have that stuff done, or October 26th, I just need to do it. And if I don't, it doesn't really hurt nobody. I went to a contract outside of town for a few days, and it kind of put me outside of my comfort zone in the sense of it was outside of my routine. I didn't have to go to the office. It wasn't online. It was all in person. And I realized how much of a time warp the whole like being secluded within your own circle, being so used to being in your own routine made us all into like our own little bubble. And I'll say I statements, I cannot speak for other people, but it made me realize how much I was so like into my bubble that I didn't even see that I wasn't a bubble anymore. Think of it as a fish in an aquarium that's surrounded by water, thinks his whole world is what it is, and then one day you move the aquarium up and you're like, oh wait, what? I'm not supposed to just be here? What? And then there's this whole like, oh, I had forgotten that I had forgotten. So the thing with illustration, the thing with art, the thing with creative projects that technically don't exist yet because they're here or because they're literally like on, they're tangible, but they're not tangible yet because it's only on paper. It's not yet activated into execution. If you don't communicate, you don't reach out. If you don't extend yourself, it's not really true that it only affects you. We're all interconnected, and we have this idea that we're alone. I'm alone with this, whatever your situation is, whatever. Genuinely, so many people have impacted you, and so many people can impact your world, your vision, your mood, your energy, and so can you as well. So can I. I don't execute on it. It doesn't impact anybody. It just sucks for me, but nobody gives a fudge. And it's true, but really, if I do something for the best, with the best of my ability, I will learn whether I win or lose. If I generally put myself out there and reach out and try to work together with people, whether I succeed or fail, I will learn from this. They will learn from working with me or not. If my aim is to bring awareness, tools, information, it actually does have an impact. And you are the expert of your situation, but you don't even realize how much you are equipped until I put you, or you are put in a situation or in a circle with people that have different tools than you, and you can interconnect like a puzzle situation all your different skills. But if you're only reaching out to people that are exactly in the same situation as you are, if you're not necessarily putting yourself outside of your bubble, outside of what you're comfortable with or used to, you don't even realize those things. You don't. you don't see what you're missing. You don't also see how much you've grown. I feel like I'm in a loss of memories right now. So to wrap this up, as much as my intention was to come up with some results out here, I realized that I have to stop the blame, accept and adjust. It's a conversation I keep having with like people. I realize like the way I'm verbalizing it is like all over the place, but things evolve with movement, not time. Let go of what doesn't work. Let go of mental burdens that don't bring momentum forward but weight you down, and accept and adjust instead of blame and negativity, because that's not constructive. It's just, it passes a lot of time. It doesn't really serve others, and it doesn't really serve in the long term if you stay in that space for too long. I know that. I'm like, newsflash, oh, I didn't realize. I'm like, yeah, I know, but like, here to, do what is requested, needed. Rest, work towards content worth taking, worth sharing, and find balance. And drop what isn't working. It's really simple. Like, this whole image of like, perhaps you heard of it, the two wolves. Two wolves exist within each of us, and the one that survived and the one that's the strongest is the one you feed. So feed the wolf that you really want. Feed the right energy to what's needed. You're in control of the change you wish. And it sounds like ridiculous or whatever, but it's slow progress is still progress. Accept, adjust towards a new path that you really want, that you really wish. Find peace, whether it's with greatness or with chaos alike, and accept and adjust. Right now, I'm just gonna finish this because it sounds like it's bullshit and like one moment jump or whatever, but it's not. It's really just because I'm like, let me try to be authentic for like a few minutes. Sit up this little thing, press play, and communicate as I set out that I would do, and I'm like, I keep delaying, I keep procrastinating. For 26, where I see it is the only way I can do October is if I do the different prompts and do like a reel type of thing where I do like point to few seconds and then you can see all of them. If I can do that, then I'll prove to myself that I'm professional enough. And if I don't, then it's a response by not responding. If I don't do it, then I prove to myself that I lacked professional drive. Because if I was to tell you that you have to do something, and I put it a certain amount of zeros, I was like, hey, it's a blank sheet of paper. I want you to fill this up. Like, I'm not doing that. That sounds boring. That's not whatever excuse you can think of. But if I say, hey, I'll pay you $10, I'll pay you $100, I'll pay you $1,000, I'll pay you $10,000, and you have to do it within a month, a week, an hour, 10 minutes, your response is not going to be the same. Act like what you do has consequence and is worth your time and energy, because it is. I used to laugh when people just say like, oh, why do I have to clean my room? For the satisfaction of knowing you have done it. And I'm like, oh, this is bullshit. It's not. It's a really, really ethical lesson that I and all of us have to learn the good way or the bad way. On that, I'm gonna let you go because that was a bit long. Hopefully it made sense. Stay blessed. If you know better, do better. Love y'all. Peace.